Good morning, class 7 students. Today we will be starting with second chapter, Inside our Earth. I hope you all have done the question answers which was sent to you last week of chapter 1 in your copy. Okay, so let's start with chapter 2, Inside our Earth. The Earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. Have you ever wondered what lies in the interior of the Earth? What is the Earth made up of? Today in this chapter we are going to study about the interior, the structure, the interior of the Earth. Students, the figure 2.1, interior of the Earth, this you have to draw in your copies. It is also given, the question is also given in your assignment. So this diagram you have to draw in your copies. Yes, interior of the Earth. Just like an onion, the Earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. The structure of the Earth, it is made up of several layers, just like an onion. You've seen an onion now? So it also has several concentric layers. So as the interior of the Earth is also made up of several layers. The uppermost layer over the Earth's surface is called the crust. So crust is the uppermost layer of the Earth. It is the thinnest of all layers. It is about 35 kilometers on the continental masses. On the continent, its thickness is 35 kilometers and only 5 kilometers on the ocean floors. And on the ocean floors, the thickness of the crust is 5 kilometers. This is the topmost layer, the uppermost layer of Earth's surface. That is called crust. The main mineral constituent of the continental masses, the continents, they are made up of minerals. Mainly two minerals, they are silica and alumina. It is thus called Sial. Sial means Si, that is silica, and Al, alumina. So, Sial. Sial is the name given to the continental masses. Now the oceanic crust, it is mainly made up of, it consists of silica and magnesium. The two minerals, they are silica and magnesium. It consists in the oceanic crust. It is therefore called SEMA. That is Si for silica and Ma for magnesium. So these are the name given to oceanic continental mass, that is Sial, and oceanic crust, that is SEMA. That's because of the main mineral constituents. Now just beneath the crust, we have studied about crust. Now beneath the crust is the mantle, which extends up to a depth of 2900 kilometers below the crust. While going in the, look, students, this is the interior of the Earth. Inner core, first is the lithosphere. Lithosphere, that is the crust. Then comes mantle. So that is, depth is 2900 kilometers below the crust. Now the innermost layer, first crust, then mantle, and then the innermost layer, which is what? Core, with a radius of about 3500 kilometers. Its radius is 3500 kilometers, and it is mainly made up of which minerals? Nickel and iron, and therefore it is called nice. Nice why? Because Ni, it represents nickel, and Fe for ferrous, that is iron. So the name given to the innermost layer of the core is nice. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. The core, it has extremely high temperature and pressure. Now, do you know the deepest mine in the world is in South Africa? It is about 4 kilometers deep. In search for oil, engineers have dug a hole about 6 kilometers deep. 6 kilometers deep they have to dug a hole to get oil. To reach to the center of the earth, which is not possible, you will have to dig a hole of about 6,000 kilometers deep on the ocean floor. So we cannot reach to the center of the earth. Why? Because for that we have to go 6,000 kilometers deep. We have to dig a hole of about 6,000 kilometers. And also it's very much hot in the center of the earth because of extremely high temperature. So we cannot go deep inside we cannot dig a hole deep inside the earth. Now, do you know the crust forms only 1% of the volume of the earth. Crust is only about 1% of the total volume of the earth. 84% consists of mantle and 15% makes the core. So, crust is only about 1%, 84% is the mantle and 15% is the core. Altogether is the earth. The radius of the earth is 6,371 kilometers. Now look into glossary. Fossils. What are fossils? You have also studied fossils in the previous classes. What are fossils? The remains of the dead plants and animals trapped in the layers of rocks are called fossils. Dead plants and animals which are trapped many thousands of years ago in the layers of the rocks are called fossils. So now moving on to rocks and minerals. The earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called a rock. The earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. You know that on the crust we see many types of rocks. And what is rocks? And what are rocks? It is any natural mass of mineral matter. A mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called a rock. So this is the definition. It's asked, define a rock, or what do you understand by rock? The answer is any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called a rock. Now, rock can be of different color, size and texture. Not all the rocks are of same type. Earth is made up of many different types of landforms. So, as such, rocks are also of different color, size and texture. There are three major types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. So, if it's asked, name the three major types of rocks, the answer is igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Now we will discuss one by one. When the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. You know the volcanoes, when the molten magma, it comes out of the volcanoes, it cools down and it becomes solid. So then rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. When the molten magma, it comes out from the volcano, it comes out, it cools down and it becomes solid. So rocks formed in this way are called igneous rocks. They are also called primary rocks because firstly only the igneous rocks are formed. So they are the primary rocks. There are two types of igneous rocks: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. So igneous rocks, There are also two types. First is intrusive and the other one is extrusive rocks. Can you imagine lava coming out from the volcanoes? Can you imagine lava coming out from the volcanoes? Yes, lava, it is actually fiery red molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. What is lava? It is the fiery hot red molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. When this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid. And when this lava comes out, it rapidly cools down and it becomes solid. Rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. So, rocks formed in this manner are called extrusive igneous rocks. They have a fine-grained surface. How are they? How are these extrusive igneous rocks? They are very fine-grained structure. Grain means, understand grain structure? Much like dana, there's small grains like. So its structure is like a fine grain. For example, the example is for extrusive igneous is basalt. The Deccan Plateau is made up of basalt rocks. Now the Deccan Plateau, it is made up of basalt rocks. Sometimes the molten magma cools down deep inside the earth's crust, and sometimes this molten magma it cools down in the earth's crust only. Solid rocks so formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. From the word it's only clear, intrusive means inside and extrusive means outside. So intrusive igneous rocks, these are the rocks which are formed, which are cooled down deep inside the earth's crust, and rocks thus formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. Since they cool down slowly, they form large grains. Because they take time, they cool down slowly because they are deep inside the earth, they cool down slowly. So rocks formed in this manner have large grains. Now granite, it is an example of intrusive igneous rocks. For extrusive igneous rocks, example is basalt, and for intrusive igneous rocks, the answer example is what? Granite. Grinding stones used to prepare paste, powder or spices and grains are made up of granite. You have seen in your houses also the stones, grinding stones used in your house to prepare paste or powder or spices and grains. They are made up of granite. So till now you have understood. Now to the sedimentary rocks, I will be explaining you in the next class. Hope you have understood till here. So students, you are also having an assignment related to this topic. I am giving you PDF in this video only. So you will go through this video, go through the PDF of the chapter, and you will do the assignment in your copies. Clear, students? Okay. Bye.